So to learn how to do a generate and an absorb programming in Agent Cubes, we need to add a couple more agents. Thinking that I want to have something that is flying across the screen and trying to harm my main agent here, the ladybug, that I have to get around, maybe an obstacle of some sort. So I'm going to create a right side tunnel, and you can have that look like whatever you want to. There is a right side tunnel in Agent Cubes if you would prefer that one. It looks kind of like a road style. I'm just going to choose something random like this little shape here. I'm going to grab this guy. So if that's going to be my right tunnel, and then I'm going to add something to be my left side tunnel. I'm just going to call it L tunnel. And again, you can choose whatever it is that you want to have it be. I'm going to choose my left tunnel. And then I need something that they're going to throw out that my ladybug will need to dodge. So I'm going to add something that will try to attack her or that she has to dodge and get out of the way of. Let's say I'm going to choose pizza. So she's going to have to dodge some flying pizzas. So I'm going to name it pizza. And again, you can use whatever you want to for this part. All right, so I'm going to press save on this. So now I have a right tunnel, a left tunnel, and a pizza. And I am going to double click on my right tunnel and just change the color of it so that they do look a little different, my right tunnel and my left tunnel. I'm going to make one of them kind of like a light blue. All right, and that way they definitely will look different when I put them in my game. So to put them in here, I'm going to erase one of these walls on each side. I'm going to add a left tunnel on the left and a right tunnel on the right. And I'm going to put, I want my pizzas, my tunnel to be able to spit out pizzas, almost like it's throwing pizzas over here to this side, and my ladybug will have to get around them on her way to victory. All right, so I'm going to put a couple of pizzas out there just to kind of start my game, how I want it to start. And then I'm going to press save on my world. So that is all ready for the person who's playing my game to come in and try it out. All right, so now I need to program this tunnel here on the left-hand side to throw pizzas out. So I'm going to say to the tunnel, I'm going to give it a time. I'm going to say maybe once every, how often do I want it to throw out new pizzas that the ladybug has to dodge? So I'm just going to leave it at the default of half a second. So if it has been a half a second, then what do I want that tunnel to do? I want it to make a new, so we have something over here called new. I want it to make a new pizza. And where do I want it to put the new? I want it to put it right on the right-hand side. So if I look at my tunnel, right here in this tile is the right-hand side. I want it to place a new pizza there. So the condition is every half a second, and it will make a pizza. It will put a new one right there in front of it. Okay, so another thing that I want to do on this one is I don't want it to do it every half a second because I don't want the player of my game, who is being the ladybug, to be able to time it perfectly. I want it to be a little bit more randomized. So I'm going to say, I'm going to add this percent chance. I'm going to add a percent chance of only 50% of the time I want it to be able to create this new pizza to the right here. So that will mean only half of the time it's putting one down and half of the time it's not. The last thing I want to think about is if there's already a pizza there, like for example, like this, I do not want the tunnel to stack another pizza on top of it. So I want to tell the tunnel that it can only put down a pizza if it sees this, which I called floor. It can only put down a pizza if it sees floor. It's not able to put it down if it sees a pizza there because I don't want it to stack a pizza on top of a pizza. I'm going to say if you see the floor, okay, so if you see the floor and it's once every half a second and only 0.5% of the time I want you to do this. So all three of these conditions have to be met and then it will put down a new pizza in front of it. So if I press play, it will only do this 50% of the time if it sees that blank road there. Okay, the next thing that I need to do is for my absorb. Now these pizzas are going to be going across the screen, right? I'm going to be telling them to move across and my ladybug will have to dodge them. So they're going toward this tunnel here. So I'm going to program the pizza to move. I'm going to come over here and look for my move action. Now remember, I don't want to have this where I have to press the up key or the down key or the over key, because when I do that, I'm moving the ladybug. So I'm going to say, if it has been a half a second, then I want you to move. So if this condition is met, it's been a half a second, then I want you to move. Okay, let's see what happens when we do that. The pizzas move over to the left. And uh-oh, they stack on top of each other at the end. So I need to program that other tunnel that they need to go away when they see that other tunnel. I'm going to stop and reset here. So when they see that other tunnel, then they need to go away. So I'm going to tell them, I'm going to add another rule down here at the bottom, add a rule, and I'm going to say, if you see that tunnel, that right-hand tunnel, then I want you to go away. So I'm going to say, if you see, I'm telling the pizza, if you see that right-hand side tunnel, if you see it over here in front of you, to the right of you, then I want you to erase yourself. This dot does not have an arrow, right? So it means whatever's on yourself. So if you see that right-hand side tunnel, then erase yourself. Let's see what happens. So they move over. That one saw the tunnel, erased itself. Let's see what this one does. When he gets there, he erases himself. He follows this rule right here. I'm actually going to drag this rule up to be first so that if it happens before the once every, that will be great. I'm going to stop it and reload it. Okay, so my left side tunnel, I told it if it sees the wall. If you see the floor, then I want you every half a second, half of the time, to put a new pizza. Let's see what's happening now. Okay, so it's putting pizzas out pretty frequently. I might need to slow down either how often it's putting them out or the percent chance of the time that it's putting them out. And that's something as the programmer that I get to adjust. Okay, all right. Another thing that I could add here is for the pizzas. I could say, if you see the tunnel, erase yourself. If it's been a half a second, I could also add, and you see the floor. You can only move onto the floor. That will be another thing that helps. So they can't move forward if they see a pizza there. They can only move forward if they see a floor.